It's my butt on a roller coaster. Whoa!
Hello, good morning.
Oh, good morning, BBs. It's too early.
It sure is.
Welcome to the first, best, and only morning show in existence. I'm Anthony Carboni.
And I'm Saige Ryan.
And
Happy New Year.
Ooh, it's a new year, baby.
Just today.
Ooh, today is a new year.
Today begins the new year.
We are into 2024, baby. It's 2024.
Well, here's what's exciting.
2024?
Yes. Over the last week, if you felt like you didn't get the start to the new year you wanted, it's okay.
Yeah.
None of that counts. The new year is today.
Listen, not only are we the first, best, and only morning show, we are the only arbiters of the Gregorian calendar.
Josh is in the chat.
Hey, fuck you, buddy. Come to work.
Which will let you know that Josh isn't here.
Hey, shithead. What are you doing out there? You're supposed to be in here.
Wait, Alex is also in the chat.
Hey, fuck you, bud. Couple of yahoos. What are you knuckleheads doing out there?
Josh said, oh no, I'm late. And now, here's the thing. Both of our lovely technical directors are in other states right now. Leaving us here alone to fend for ourselves.
Look, is it correlate? Look, correlation is not causation. Here's what we're saying.
What's the common denominator?
We're saying that everybody who has ever worked for us doing tech has fled across state lines.
Yeah.
But it's only twice.
Yeah.
3 times is a pattern.
Yeah.
Twice is coinky-dink.
Here's the thing. Alex left us with a sitter, Josh.
Yeah.
And then Josh left a sticky note on the fridge that says there's a frozen pizza and left $20.
Yeah.
And then walked out.
And then one of us ate the pizza and one of us took the $20, but neither one of us is admitting to who it was.
I'll never tell.
I don't know.
I'll never tell.
Look.
Well, hi, everyone. Happy New Year. We're very happy to see you. It is our first show of 2024.
I could really go for a frozen pizza, in all honesty.
Frozen one?
I haven't had a frozen pizza in a while.
I don't like frozen pizza. It tastes like cardboard.
I don't know. Sometimes a little cardboard cheese taste is good.
Yeah?
I don't know. It's like how I'm nostalgic for like a kid's cuisine or a Lunchable.
Yeah.
They're not good.
Oh, I love a Lunchable.
I know you do.
Genuinely love a Lunchable.
I
Kept
know.
me alive in my 20s.
I know.
Now. It's keeping me alive right now. I'm still in my 20s. It's happening as we speak.
As a matter of fact, if anybody has a Lunchable, she's a little hungry.
Here's what I'll say. Kaylee hasn't been to the studio in a little bit, and I can tell because when she is, she leaves Lunchables for me in the green room fridge. When Kaylee orders groceries, she usually leaves me a Lunchable in the fridge.
Because she knows you won't go get yourself real food?
Yeah. I wish I was joking.
Anyway, we have no resolutions. We don't want to change anything about ourselves, I don't think.
No, I think we honestly perfected it.
I think we're good.
I think we've done it.
I think we're great. You know, I would say that I can't think of a single thing about myself that needs changing, updating, maintenance, anything like that.
No, after all of the things I just said at the intro of this show, I'm still going to go forward and say, I'm good.
Yeah, we're good, dog.
I'm doing well.
Hey, you know what? You know what, BBs? You're good too.
Alex has a good resolution.
We don't want to hear it.
Well, it was to never abandon us again.
I don't buy it.
Damn.
We're 7 days into the new year. He's still not here.
I know.
Never abandon us again.
Yeah, we are 8 days in.
8 days? That's one more than I thought.
It's even worse. Okay, we do have some news to do today.
What's
just
the
a little
news?
bit. We're going to talk, honestly, look, here's the thing.
Hey.
There's not a lot.
By the way, shout out to all you BBs who are coming in strong with the support when we haven't been here for a little while.
Yeah, there's hell of a hype train been going.
Just quite the little hype train.
Thank you very much. And of course, as always, at the end of the show, we'll shout out everybody who supported us during the show.
You ever take that little hype train around the zoo in Griffith Park?
Yeah.
The one that's just for kids?
Yeah.
You get in and you're like, whoa!
Yeah. Every time.
That little kids train ride. Whoa! What are we going, 4 or 5 miles an hour? Whoa! Wow! I genuinely do like doing that at Disneyland or at like a theme park, getting on a kids ride, and then when the kids ride starts moving, just going, whoa! Like, are y'all feeling this?
I went to Disneyland last week.
Are y'all feeling it?
I went to Disneyland just last week. And I went on for the first time in so long, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Whoa!
We went to hell.
Yeah, baby.
It's great. It was
It's
awesome.
a great ride.
It was great. I finally got to go on our Rise of the Resistance. I'd only been on the one in Florida.
Isn't it the best?
I teared up. And I've done this before. I teared up.
Best ride Disney's ever made.
So good. It's maybe the best ride anyone's ever made.
Listen, here's what I'm going to tell you. As much as other theme parks would like to try, Disney makes the best rides.
Yeah.
They just do.
They do.
They just do.
They absolutely do.
And so I think by being the best ride Disney's ever made, it is de facto.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing I'll tell you, which is unrelated but related. I've had a series of dreams. You know when you have a series of dreams that continue off of one another?
Yeah, that's when you bring them up to your therapist.
Yeah, like the narrative continues.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think my therapist would want to hear about this one. I have had a series of dreams where Lucasfilm decided to bridge the Indiana Jones and Star Wars franchises.
A series of dreams.
Yeah.
More than one.
More than one.
And what's going on in them?
Well, it turns out that Indiana Jones is like yes, it's the 40s, and yes, he's fighting Nazis, but they're not our Nazis. He's on another planet.
Whoa.
And he comes from another planet.
Yeah.
And yeah. And
look, every Lucasfilm property is actually about Nazis at the end of the day. Space Nazis, Earth Nazis.
Yeah. Undersea Nazis they haven't done yet, but hey, it's time.
The pitch is in the mail.
Yeah. But yeah, multiple dreams where this is continued on.
Incredible.
I guess theoretically they semi-count as work dreams.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like maybe that's why?
Yeah, like sometimes I have anxiety dreams that I'm pressing all the wrong buttons.
Yeah. And then sometimes you really press all the wrong buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only every once in a while.
Every once in a while we press the wrong
This is
buttons.
why I don't press the buttons anymore. I can just do whatever I want.
Anyway, if you'd like to see that, and you have any ideas for it, for the bridging of the Indiana Jones and Star Wars franchises, just put them in the chat. Let's see if anybody has any good ideas for that.
Yeah, let's kind of see what we could come up with here together.
Yeah.
Elise says that work dreams are tax deductible.
All the money I spent on that work dream is tax deductible?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's kind of more like when you reserve part of your rent as like your office.
Yeah, 30% of my bed.
Yeah, part of your sleep.
Part of my sleep.
Yeah.
30% of my bed.
Unfortunately, 30% of my sleep is 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But
and 30% of my bed is all I use because I am crouched up into the fetal position, screaming in the night.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
2024, baby.
Are you sure you shouldn't talk to your therapist about it?
Well, not about the dream.
Oh, okay, well. All right. 2024. There's a little bit of news. We're going to talk about a new Blizzard lawsuit and not the one you'd expect. You could think of a lot of things that you would think of Blizzard being sued for. It wouldn't be this. We're going to talk a little bit about Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail, which looks very exciting. Who knows? Maybe we'll get to the Golden Globe winners. Probably not. Let's be real.
Listen, can we be real? Can we be real?
You may.
Is that relevant to anybody?
No.
Is that
Nobody cares about that.
Do we
Actually, sorry, I don't want to say that. I don't want to speak for you. Hi, everyone. Do any of you care about who won a Golden Globe?
I certainly like some people okay. Margot Robbie showed up in the 1977 it was another Barbie dress. It was a 1977 like disco Stargazer
Okay, that's of
Barbie
interest to me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence when they showed her on camera.
Did Barbie win a lot of awards?
I don't know. I think it won like one of those weird awards where it's like you're not best picture but you should have been best picture, where it's like best cinematic experience or something. I don't know.
One of those, well, we can't give best picture to the woman movie.
We can't give it to that.
They won for song.
But the only part of the Golden Globes I saw is when they showed Jennifer Lawrence for Best Actress. She mouthed the words, "If I don't win, I'm leaving."
That's really funny.
And then she lost to Emma Stone.
That's hilarious.
And
Did
then
she get up?
And then they cut back to her chair and after the speech, and she had gotten up.
God, that's funny.
But she didn't leave. But yeah,
Jennifer Lawrence is really fucking funny.
Jennifer Lawrence is cool as hell, dude.
We went through a terrible cycle with Jennifer Lawrence that the internet does with women, where they can't be liked too much. Where she was fucking on top of the world and she was everywhere, and then everybody had too much of her. And then they were like, actually, I woke up this morning and I fucking hated her.
Do you know when
the entire internet woke up? Do you know when people got really angry with her? When she said she eats pizza?
No, when after the big celebrity private photo leak happened.
How interesting. What a fucking coincidence.
And she came out and said that is extremely uncool. That is a violation of my privacy. She was one of the celebrities who came out and was very, very public and started fighting for revenge porn laws. Yeah. And everybody decided for some reason around then.
They just woke up one morning and they
Jennifer
just
Lawrence wasn't cool anymore. Also, her proximity to Amy Schumer bugs people. Because they're like besties.
Here's the thing. I don't enjoy Amy Schumer.
No, but I don't dislike Amy Schumer the way everybody does.
Yeah. I don't enjoy Amy Schumer movies.
No.
But I don't dislike human Amy Schumer.
No, I don't give a shit. I don't know anything about her.
I don't give a shit about human Amy Schumer.
No. How would I even know?
Much less Jennifer Lawrence's proximity to her.
Yeah. But no, I think Jennifer Lawrence is cool as hell.
Yeah, I think she's very funny.
Do you remember?
That's great. We should go back to liking Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, we all like Jennifer Lawrence now. What else? The only other thing I remember from the Golden Globes is they were interviewing Judd Apatow, and they were talking about how Barbie is in the running in the Oscars for Best Adapted Screenplay, and Judd Apatow said that's bullshit. It's an original screenplay. There was no source material. There was a doll. But the internet decided to make the headline that Judd Apatow said that Barbie being nominated for the Oscar was bullshit.
What?
Because that's what he said.
Oh, Jesus
And so
Christ.
people tried to rage farm against Judd Apatow for sticking up for Barbie. It's so fucked up, man.
Okay, here's the thing that I'm doing. I'm going to the Golden Globes winners list and I'm just searching the word Barbie, and that's all we care about, everybody. We're not looking at any of these other ones. Also, Poor Things had got too much attention, and I know it was bait in the first place, but fuck that movie.
Poor Things? Why?
Did you see it?
No, a lot of people that I know fucking love it.
I hated it. I found it absolutely vile. I am deeply concerned by its popularity.
Okay, so it's Yorgos Lanthimos, right? The director
wish I'd walked out of the theater.
Is the guy who did like The Lobster and The Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Cool.
That's what he does. He does fucked up movies.
Oh, wow. That's what he does. Well, hey, guess what? Absolutely no man in any position gets to be like, I just make fucked up movies about adult men fucking babies. And it's funny because it's okay because it's me. It's what I do. Hey, choke. To that I say. So, everybody who likes it, for the most part, has been like, wow, oh my God, it's so edgy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it provides absolutely no commentary on the striking, horrible problems that it brings up. It's a pass for me.
No, he doesn't.
And men need to stop telling these stories.
He doesn't tend to do, like, The Lobster was the one where, like, if you don't find your partner by the time you're 30, you turn into an animal and disappear into the woods.
Men stop telling stories.
And then the other one was like the doctor who like killed some guy's parents on the table or something.
Yeah.
Went back to like.
And I have to agree with Kodoroku. It was a fucked up book way before it was a fucked up movie. Also written by a man.
Yeah.
How interesting. Okay, so for some reason, Barbie was not nominated in like Best Motion Picture overall. It was nominated in musical or comedy, and it won for that. It won in musical or comedy, Best Motion Picture.
Oh, Poor Things did win for comedy, musical or comedy.
Wait, Poor Things won for it?
Yeah, Poor Things won Best Motion Picture, musical or comedy.
It's not funny. It's not funny. The joke continually is she's a... okay, anyways. It won cinematic and box office achievement.
No, I know that they were like, cinematic and box office achievement.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
Margot Robbie did not win for best performance for a female actor.
Animated
also
movie
didn't give it to Ryan Gosling.
Animated movie went to The Boy and the Heron, though. I like to see Miyazaki win.
I did just see The Boy and the Heron, and it was phenomenal. It made me cry.
I like to see Miyazaki win.
But I was searching just for Barbie's wins right now.
I know.
We're looking right now. Didn't get best director, which is astounding to me. Fucking Oppenheimer did.
Stop.
Oppenheimer got best director.
Stop.
Oppenheimer.
Well, I mean, look, it was bait for that. That's what they were going for. I still haven't watched the Oppenheimer.
I'm not going to, and no one can make me.
I still haven't watched the Oppenheimer.
Yeah, didn't win for this. It did win for the song. It had 2 songs nominated.
Great.
What Was I Made For? Billie Eilish's song won for it.
Great. Robert Downey Jr. won for Oppenheimer for
It had 3 songs nominated.
for best performance, for best supporting over Gosling,
I believe Barbie was absolutely robbed.
Willem Dafoe, Robert De Niro.
Absolutely robbed. The Golden Globes are dumb, and I don't care anymore. That's the end of that.
Yeah. I do like seeing that Holdovers won something. Oh, best supporting actor. Yeah, okay. I like seeing them win something.
You guys had a chance to do something cool, and as always, you didn't. Next.
Okay.
Anthony.
Yes.
Oh, I need my other, hold on. I might need to go retrieve my secondary laptop. I think I'm gonna need to do a 2 laptop stack here.
For what purpose?
I have something open on my other laptop for us because I didn't put it in our run of show. And I forgot I wasn't gonna be using it.
You don't remember the link for it?
Oh. Do you memorize URLs off the top of your head?
No, but I use Google if I forgot a URL, if I know what I'm looking
I have
for.
a couple of things.
All right, run and get your laptop. I'll talk to the BBs. So Indiana Jones. It turns out that Indiana Jones is actually from another planet, and he returns to his home planet, and it turns out that it's in the Star Wars. It's in the Star Wars galaxy, and he's not. I don't know. Is he a Jedi? I don't know. He's obviously Han Solo, but I think in my dream he was. He did have the ability to be a Jedi. Okay. Also, Kate Capshaw. Out of all of the people in the Indiana Jones franchise, the one that they brought into space in my dream was Kate Capshaw.
Interesting.
Yeah, from Temple of Doom. Now I do love Temple of Doom,
Sure.
and I do love Kate Capshaw in that movie. A lot of people are not fans of Kate Capshaw or Temple of Doom, but I don't know. I don't know if she's the one. No Marion? No Marion Ravenswood?
Hey, Anthony.
In space?
All right, that's enough. No Marion Ravenswood in space
I don't
in
know.
your fictional crossover.
Does anybody have any of these good ideas
Anthony?
for this Indiana Jones idea?
People had some suggestions earlier in the chat,
Yeah, I saw that.
but I didn't think any of them were good.
No,
Damn.
I was asking for good ones.
Ouch.
No, I saw one where it was like Han Solo was undercover as Indiana Jones, stealing those treasures.
Pretty good.
And trying to make everybody think he was cool, when in reality, he's just a professor. Which
right.
feels very Han Solo to me.
So,
Yeah, so.
Anthony, what does Let It Go, the Ice Bucket Challenge, Happy by Pharrell, and the lip syncing challenges all have in common?
The internet's for normies. It's normie internet shit.
As of this year, all of those things
10 years old?
are 10 years old.
Yeah.
All of those things were the biggest things in the world 10 years ago.
Yeah. We were a little past planking.
Yeah. We
Just
were
a-
well past planking, I think, at that point. So we're looking at 2014 because it's now 2024.
Oh yeah, we were way past planking.
We're 10 years, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, planking
Planking, I
was-
think, is almost 15 years old now.
Planking, were we on Instagram yet? We were. We were on Instagram, I think. We were on very early Instagram.
Yeah.
No, we might have still just been Facebook. I think it was still Facebook. And so that would predate 2012
Yeah, I think everybody was planking on the Twitter.
because Instagram was 2012, like when it really hit.
Yep.
The ice bucket challenge, when seeing the words ice bucket challenge stunned me.
I remember getting tagged for that a zillion times.
Yeah.
And just being like, no. How does this do anything?
No. Hey,
explain yourself,
I'm going to be honest
internet.
with you all. I didn't do the ice bucket challenge.
Because you were 5.
I was 5 in 2014.
You
Yeah.
couldn't do the ice bucket challenge then. You were 5 years old.
Yeah, my brittle little baby bones.
You
couldn't
weren't
handle
allowed to
it.
use the ice maker.
Yeah. I was 5 years old in 2014.
That's right. And
That makes me now 15 years old.
that's right. That's right.
Right here, right now.
Too old for a Yagos Lanthimos movie.
Now, I want to know, did any of you in the chat do the ice bucket challenge? Alex said they did it.
Now, the ice bucket challenge is something, it's one of those early internet things where it was,
Outlander did.
where it was like, if we draw attention to it, it will help. And the internet was so early, social media was so early that I believe it was semi-successful.
No, it really was. It
Yeah.
was genuinely like huge for awareness for ALS.
Yeah. Whereas now it's like everybody posts this on this day to raise awareness. And then everybody does. And we're like, did we do anything?
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Wow. So yeah, we've got like 5 or 6 people in the chat that did it at the time. That's
Alex
how you know how
Alex says,
something
I
was.
did it when I was still a woman. That's what Alex said.
Impressive.
That's very impressive.
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Wow. Let's see.
Wait, is that how you transitioned? You just put like Ranma 1/2, you pour a bucket of cold water on yourself?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
That's how it works, Anthony. Yeah, we've got sadly, yeah, we've got absolutely not. So we've got I did it, yeah, I did. A lot of people. And here's the thing. When I laugh at it, yeah, instant transition. Yeah.
But then what?
That's how long ago it was, though. You know what I mean? We're putting in perspective 10 years.
Well, then be careful because hot water will change you back.
Anthony, you're fired. Yeah, they did actually raise a ton of money for ALS in doing so, which is actually pretty impressive. And I agree that it like was long enough ago on the internet that like awareness campaigns worked.
Yeah.
Because in the same way that like we are now with television where nobody's watching all the same shows, we're all watching different things because there's so much media out there.
Yeah.
We were all looking at one thing at a time on the internet for a while.
And we're all also used to, in addition to the fracturing of the internet and fracturing of attention, we're also used to people using social media in that way now.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, look at me, look at this big thing, where everybody's like, okay, bud.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool big thing for you.
Right.
Now everybody is very much like, we're being marketed to all the time. Where in 2012 it was like, hey, look at, or 2014 it was like, hey, look at this wacky thing everybody's doing for a good cause.
Yeah.
We're the news. We're going to report on that.
Yeah. Well, it's also interesting because this is looking back like millennial cringe, but it's before it was cringe because millennials were just the young adults.
Oof. I was reading a book the other day and
Congratulations.
they were using, first of all, yeah, I read. Second of all, they were using like a lot of millennial talk.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't do it.
It's tough. It's tough to look back on our history.
Yeah, it was like somebody in the book, like it's like a nonfiction book. It's like written by a therapist.
Yeah.
And she was using words like suckitude. And I was like, oh, we can't do this.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, I can't read your book anymore.
Tough.
I'm sure it has good therapy things in it, but
Yeah.
and you're trying to, it just feels like somebody turning their chair backwards and sitting in it to talk to the teens.
Yeah.
You know? Suckitude.
I have a book on my shelf that's called like, Oh Fuck, I'm in my 20s. That I definitely got before I turned 20.
Yeah.
It was given to me and it's one of those
So last
books.
year?
Yeah. Last year before I turned 20.
Yeah. You got a book and you had your Lunchable.
Yeah. And it is one of those books, absolutely, that is just absolutely riddled with millennial words. It's tough out here. This is our history. So this one was confusing for me. So Let It Go was like the biggest thing on the internet in 2014.
It was intense. There was a lot of
And
Let
it feels
It Go
like
everywhere.
longer ago.
But
Let
it
It
also
Go feels like longer ago to me.
But it also doesn't. It does and it doesn't. It's one
Yeah.
of those things.
Between Two Ferns was popping off 10 years ago.
Popping off so hard. Was that the Obama year?
Yeah, let's see. The episode that they reference here is the Brad Pitt episode
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that would probably be the year.
Between Two Ferns, man, that was some good shit. You know, they made a movie. It was on Netflix. They made it like
They did do that.
They made it like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It took them like
Well, no wonder it didn't hit.
7 years to
Yeah,
make
it was a little late.
to make
As you can tell, it's a
Between
little
Two
late.
Ferns movie.
Hey, Alex from Target.
Oh, I remember Alex from Target.
The year that we uprooted a normal boy's life because
like,
he was a little bit handsome.
Yeah. This boy who works at Target is sort of attractive to us.
Yeah, and here was the thing, is it was a really weird classist thing of he's too hot to work at Target. What are we doing?
Yeah.
I can't believe someone hot works at Target.
Can you believe a normal person with a job can be attractive?
Yeah. That was one of the weirder things that we've done.
Not even like, it was just a teenager working a retail job.
Yeah.
Can you believe a teenager that has to work an hourly gig could be attractive?
Nope. And we really did. I think he went on Ellen.
Yeah. That kid was everywhere. Do you remember when people thought Ellen was not a monster?
Yeah. It was a big deal. People were trying to get on Ellen.
Yeah, 2014, people were pretty sure that Ellen DeGeneres wasn't a monster.
Alex from Target was massive. He was all over the place. He was in the YouTube Rewind that year.
Can we show Alex from Target so we can all swoon, I guess?
Please don't swoon over this teenage boy, actually. No, we cannot. There we can. Yeah.
That looks like a teenage boy.
It just looks like a little boy.
That's just like one teenage
That's just one
boy.
little boy.
That's like one metric teenage boy. What?
My God.
What was special about this youth?
So he quit like that week.
He had to.
When he got famous.
He had to. I bet, because look, somebody posted that picture and probably was like, I'm at this Target in this area. And can you believe that there's this guy at this Target is attractive?
Yeah.
And then it became an internet thing. And then it was like, oh no.
Everyone knows where I work.
Everyone knows where I am.
So,
the internet, dude, 2014, I think a lot of us were still using like Foursquare. Like those of us who were adults.
I was never on Foursquare.
Foursquare, I don't know if
I was not an adult.
I don't know if y'all remember this, but Foursquare was literally a thing where you would publicly tell the internet where you were. That was its whole...
I don't think Foursquare was still popular in 2014.
That was its... Well, I was living in San Francisco, so it's very techie. So I think they were still using... And it was like one of those things where you would just like go and you would just be like, I'm here. And people would open Foursquare and the whole idea is, oh, you can see where your friends are. And then like, wow, you could like meet up with your friends or whatever. And then like you could all like see each other. And what an interest, it makes the world a smaller place. And it was like, no, dude.
Yeah.
This is the cyber stalking app. I don't think I was still on Foursquare just because at that point I was doing a lot of stuff on camera.
Sure.
But I remember my partner like checking in on Foursquare.
Wild.
So our friends would know where we were.
Unbelievable. So we pulled up an article on where is Alex from Target now. And basically no one knows. In 2018, he launched a fitness page and then went back off the internet. Clearly was not doing it for him.
Yeah.
There was an interview with him in Extra in 2014 asking like, do you still work at Target? And he said, I haven't been back to work since then. So I don't know what they're going to say if I come back. He just stopped going into work.
No, dude, that means you don't have a job anymore.
Yeah. And he said, I left work early because people were starting to come in and take pictures of me and stuff. That got kind of weird. I was like, what does this mean? Is this going to change my life? And then he said, the moment that I realized everything was actually going to change was the moment Ellen called. I don't think it did change his whole life.
No, I think it changed. I think it made for a wild year.
Yeah.
I think it made for a wild year full of wild stories.
But I can imagine like Ellen calling and being like, this is going to be my whole life now. Like I'm going to be a famous guy. And then he wasn't.
That was also like a lot of that stuff happened in early internet where it was like, if somebody popped off for a moment, like they went viral for something, they were like, well, now I'm famous. And that was also right around the time that people started finding out like, no, you're not.
And then at the end
it doesn't automatically make you famous.
At the end of 2014, he said, the beginning was wonderful. The first few months was amazing. I was going on tour. What do you mean tour?
I don't know.
I made a ton of friends. I was going on the news all the time. It was just really fun. Then all of the business aspects just kind of ruined it for me.
With the business, like there was too much money and offers coming in. Alex from Target couldn't field all the offers. All right.
I'm trying to find what this tour was.
He went on tour.
What does that mean? Doing what?
Went on tour. Listen, what does it mean when any YouTube or Instagram celebrity goes on tour?
He was on the Digi Tour. Do you remember the Digi Tour?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I knew it had to be the Digi Tour.
That's exactly. It was like one of those tours where it's just like internet people are here.
God, and they didn't have, and I don't want to say this in like a mean way, but like it was internet people who had no particular skill set.
Yeah.
Like their skill set was making YouTube videos or whatever, but not a tourable skill set. They didn't like perform. They weren't comedians. They didn't sing.
Well, do you remember like one of the first videos? I think it was either Curtis Connor or Danny Gonzalez, or you know what I mean? But it was one of them. One of their first big videos was I went to a Team 10 tour.
Hilarious.
And it was, here's what it's like at a Team 10 show. And it's like, they came out 45 minutes late. They all were on mic and just talking over each other and they had nothing to do.
Great.
And then 30 minutes, like Jake Paul did he performed It's Everyday Bro. And then they left. Like none of the other people from Team 10 had anything to do.
Yeah, it might have been Drew
And Jake
Gooden.
Paul had one song.
Great.
Oh, it might have been Drew. Yeah, it was one of the three.
I went to a Digi tour.
Did you?
I did. I went to, I think the second Digi
Did you?
tour. I did you?
Did you?
Yeah, I had a friend who was on the Digi tour and I think I went to the second one. Wild. Absolutely bananas. And it was exactly that. There were a couple of musicians that were like YouTube, because YouTube musicians were huge at the time.
Yeah.
And then there were some people that were just there.
Yeah.
They were also there. And Alex from Target was apparently one of those people
Wow.
in 2014.
What do you remember most about Alex from Target
Nothing.
on the tour?
Oh, I didn't see Alex from Target.
Do
I
you
don't think
know?
I was at
Do you
that
know for
Digi tour.
sure?
I don't. It could have been.
Do you know for sure?
Depends on when the Digi tour started. No, I was younger than that.
Okay.
Because that's later Digi tour. I was still a teenager.
Yeah. You still weren't allowed to use the ice maker.
I was still a teenager actually in 2014.
Yeah.
But I think I was younger than that when I went to the Digi tour. I think it was earlier. Absolutely wild. But who knows? Why would I remember? What would he have done?
Alex from Target.
That's Alex from Target, everybody.
Where do you think Damn Daniel is right now? He was also on Ellen for his white sneakers. Do you remember he had
When was Damn Daniel?
You remember he had the clean white sneakers?
I think Damn Daniel was after that.
Damn Daniel was after that.
Damn Daniel was 2016.
Yeah, it
so
was
we'll
2
celebrate
years
that
later.
anniversary in a couple years.
All right. Blade of Creation says, I literally never watched Vine. You missed out. Vine was, listen, there was a lot of trash on Vine, but Vine was also, there was a lot of really fun stuff on Vine.
Yeah.
I still think of, are there any Vines that you still think of?
Oh, all the time. I think about surprise, motherfucker, supplies, motherfucker, some fries, motherfucker,
yeah.
all rise, motherfucker. I think about you almost made me drop my croissant.
Yeah.
I think about is this music?
Oh, this one.
Is it coming from the?
Coming from the green or the black? The black. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. The one that I think of all the time is the guy who is playing mini golf, taps the ball, runs,
Yeah.
jumps into the pond at the
Yeah.
mini golf course as he gets a hole in one. I still think about
Yeah.
that all the time. I'm just like, God damn, that's like the greatest 6 seconds of video I
really
think
is.
ever created.
Josh said road work ahead. I sure hope it does.
I sure hope it does.
Iconic. I love that one.
I think Drew still sells merchandise of that.
Wow. Steph Aruski said Ryan Gosling won't eat a cereal.
Yes.
That was good. That was good. Just
Yes.
holding a
Oh my
spoon
God.
up to the screen.
Which also reminds me of Will Sasso with like the oranges. The
Yeah.
guy from Mad TV.
Oh, yeah.
Who did the thing where he just started spitting oranges everywhere. Like he'd be doing something normal and he'd be like, and like oranges would start coming out of his mouth.
Emo Fez, an iconic one. Look at all
Those chickens. You still say that.
I say it all the time. Wait, showing. I say it all the time.
Man, lemons. Thank you. It was lemons. Will
Yeah.
Sasso and lemons. The two guys in a hot tub video. Yes.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday.
God.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Whoa.
Dude, Vine.
Whoa.
Hey, Vine.
Hey.
And you know, as
Vine.
we do this, as we sit and do this in a circle, it really does make me realize that TikTok truly is just Vine.
It is.
It's just Vine.
I will say there is a speed to Vine that is not accomplished by TikTok
No.
because Vine was at a maximum like barely 7 seconds.
Yeah.
So there is that like we don't quote TikToks in the same way because Vines were so short.
Yeah. Even
That it
even
is
towards
literally
the end.
one line.
At the end, Vines were, I think, 90 seconds because
No.
they kept making it longer.
I don't
and
think they got
longer.
up to 90.
Yeah, I think so. They got longer and longer. So TikTok is just the long Vine. Also, everybody says no in-app editing with Vine. That's true, but people would just like figure out. There were ways to just upload.
Yeah,
edited
people were
videos.
figuring it out.
I remember a guy at a bar in 2014 telling me that Vine was going to be so huge. And for a couple years,
That was true.
it was.
Yeah.
It truly was.
I was trying to find the one, like, what was the longest length of Vines? No way we got up to 90.
Who knows? I think it was 90. I could be wrong. Anyway, those are your Golden Globes winners.
Yeah. Well, no, those were your
Oh, those are-
retrospective on 2014.
That's right.
On what is 10 years old now.
Was there
As
was
of this
there
year.
was there anything else?
There were some other things on the list.
Yeah.
Like I said, Happy by Pharrell
Yeah. That was huge.
Was a big fucking moment.
That was huge.
Lip sync battles. Lip sync
God.
battles popped off, specifically Daniel
Lip sync
Radcliffe's
battles.
lip sync battle.
Lip sync battles.
Before it spun off into being its own show, and they were
Right.
just doing it on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Wild. Really, really tough. I feel like the lip sync show people still look back on specifically because of Tom Holland. People are still looking back at specifically Zendaya's and Tom Holland's.
Yeah.
Which makes
There
sense.
were a couple good ones. But the lip sync battles were very like, look, the lip sync battles are very that period of time, which is still happening, but was happening even more blatantly back then.
Yeah.
Where James Fallon was just stealing internet content. He would just take popular internet content and be like, this is mine. You made this, I made this.
Yeah.
And just not credit anybody.
Yeah. Now, I'm on a list that happens to be on people.com.
You're also on a no-fly list.
It's true.
There are a few lists that you're on.
Yeah. And something that came up, I had to look up because I didn't remember what it was. And once I read the definition of it, I was so disappointed.
Okay.
They put on this list Belfie.
That's when you take a selfie in a haunted belfry in a church in the bell
Isn't it?
tower.
Does anyone in this chat know what that word means?
That's when you take a selfie if you're a bat.
Oh, if only.
Bats in the belfry, cats in the cradle. I'm just free associating. It's 2024. We don't care anymore.
It's a butt selfie.
Oh,
It was taking a photo of your butt.
like of a naked butt? Or is it just like a selfie where you're showing off your ass? Were we just not used to people showing off their ass on the internet?
I think we're just not used to people showing their ass on the internet yet. So by the dictionary here that comes up on Google, this is for the Oxford Dictionary that somehow made it in there. A photograph that is taken of one's own buttocks. So this is not someone else taking a photo of your butt. It has to be a
there's
photo.
the Elfie at the end.
Exactly. So that's why it's Elfie. You have to take the photo of your own butt.
It's when Will Ferrell takes a photo of your butt.
And then it is typically one taken with a smartphone or webcam and shared via social media. Quote, she had posted a racy Belfie online.
With your webcam. Using your
Smartphone or webcam.
using that eyesight
Using
camera.
photo booth.
You remember
Yeah,
that
yeah.
eyesight camera and you put it on and then you'd use photo booth, but you had to buy the camera separately.
An old MacBook photo booth.
Yeah.
But the one where it puts 4 of them in the different colors.
The Andy Warhol one. Yeah.
And Andy
Look,
Warhol.
oh no, it's my butt on a roller coaster. Whoa!
Oh my God, I forgot about those.
Whoa! My butt's on a roller coaster. Whoa!
Oh my God. That's so funny.
Share nudes on the Game Boy printer, says Flannel Fries. Yo, do you remember?
Just draw your button picto chat.
Do you remember when I got my Game Boy camera from Japan?
do. Yes, I do.
My Game Boy camera came with pornography on it. My Game Boy camera it was clearly, so I opened it up and I went to the photo roll because it was like no room for photos.
Yeah.
And what I realized it is some child who owned a Game Boy camera went and took photos on the Game Boy camera of their parents' pornographic magazine so they could look at it whenever they wanted. And it was literally like half the photo in one because they're square photos. And so it would be half the page in one and half the page in the other. And somebody took photos of like five pictures from a porno mag and kept it on their Game Boy camera where their parents would never see it. And when I ordered my Game Boy camera, nobody erased it. It was still there. And it was, before I took any photos, I made a copy of the ROM because I was like, this is such
this is history.
I was like, this is such an artifact. I was like, this has to be saved and preserved.
This kid's porn stat.
And the only porn this kid had was 9 black and white Game Boy photos of a magazine. We were down bad before the internet, y'all. We were down bad.
Oh my God. Somebody in the chat, Brenda said 8-bit booba. God, that's so funny.
I know Sam Curtis is saying like, so artsy, and now it really is.
Yeah.
If you were to do a gallery installation of nude photos taken on a Game Boy camera, like blown up,
Oh yeah.
pixelated,
Absolutely.
you could put that in a gallery.
You could totally put that in a gallery.
I'm going to put this kid's photos in a gallery. Although it's copywritten content, it's from a magazine.
Yeah, you can't.
I can't do it.
Not because it's not copywritten by the kid.
No.
The magazine that's the problem.
No, that child, due to the transitive properties of porn, once you give porn away, it
Yeah.
belongs to whoever you give it to.
Conscious Uncoupling was 2014.
Oh, the paltrowing of the fucking... Dude, the paltrowing of the last decade was...
Just gooping up divorce.
Dude, she's still such a star. She really is.
I wish she wasn't.
But she
stop.
She really is still like a big movie star. She like Goop does very well for her. Mm-hmm. But there definitely was like and I think there still is. There's definitely remember the time before we knew so much about how Gwyneth Paltrow thinks? Uh-huh. Wasn't that a lovely time?
It was.
Before we knew how Gwyneth Paltrow thinks, before like $1 billion ski lawsuits or whatever the fuck she was embroiled in last year. Putting jade eggs in all manner of places.
Yeah.
Like just be in Shakespeare in Love.
Yeah.
Just be in Shakespeare in Love.
It's okay.
You don't need to do
You don't
all
have
this.
to put that up there.
You don't have to do all this.
It doesn't go in there.
It doesn't go in there. And you don't need to tell other people that you enjoy it.
Hey, look, I had a roommate
Wow. Humble brag.
that was so goopy. It was so into the goop. It was so just absolutely gooped up on a Tuesday.
It was such a thing. It was such a thing.
Yeah.
And like, think about how much older than you I am.
Yeah.
You know, decades and decades.
Yeah. Millennia.
Yeah. I'm an eldritch horror. Imagine how nightmarish it was for me to be in the adult workplace during the girl bossing.
Yeah.
Like
the girl bossoning.
The girl bossing where it was just like, listen, I want everyone to feel comfortable. I want everyone to feel empowered. I want everyone to get what they deserve.
Here's what I'm going to say. I don't think putting an egg up there is comfortable.
But
I have a strong suspicion.
I don't know if putting the egg up there is going to do it. I don't know if the vagina scented candle's going to do it.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it will.
I don't think it did.
I don't think buying Gwyneth Paltrow's fucking thermos and only drinking kale juice is really gonna do it.
My old roommate was obsessive with pseudoscience health.
Yeah, sure.
And like things like, I can't believe you drink cold water. Do you know how much of a shock that is for your body? And would take my like pitchers of water out of the fridge. And I've talked about this on the internet before for sure. Because I remember looking at her and being like, if I drink water today, that is the kindest thing I will do to my body by far, by leaps and bounds. That is an accomplishment. Put my water back in the fridge. But
it's such a it's such a shock to your body
to drink refrigerated water.
Yo, lady, I had Kit Kats for dinner last night.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
You knew this roommate. You met my roommate.
Yeah.
And she also one day
No, I never
was
actually met her.
No?
No.
Oh.
No, she was never around. And that was also part of a problem because it was her turn to literally do everything. It was always her turn to literally do everything.
Yeah, I do remember you coming over when I had to clean her bathroom when we moved out.
Yeah.
But, however, I also remember her looking at me and being like, oh, you're not getting it steamed? And I was like, I'm not getting it steamed. And she was like, oh, you gotta go and get it steamed.
Listen.
And I was like, I don't think I do.
Listen, this is the way it works. For health, everything's gotta be steamed. Vegetables, you gotta breathe in steam.
Yeah.
You gotta steam your vegetables. You gotta steam up there.
That's what you called it, steaming your vegetables.
You gotta steam your vegetables, and then you gotta steam your vegetables. That's what Gwyneth Paltrow says, and she was in sliding doors. So
sometimes she also called it her sliding doors.
Anyway, 2014. Just wait until we're looking back on 2024.
No thanks. I don't want to.
Here's the thing. We are reaching the end, the statute of limitations on fun lookbacks.
Yeah.
When we get to 2025 and we're looking back at 2015,
and it's about like, to not be fun anymore.
What was the cool fun thing that was trending on the internet of 2015? Oh, you don't want to know.
Yeah, I think we'll have.
That's the sort of that should be in a history book and not in a fucking fun article.
Here's the thing: we're gonna have a little bit of fun left in 2015.
A little bit, but 2015 is like
I know. But 2016 is when
2016's the end.
2026 look back is when it's gonna stop being fun at all.
Yeah, that's like
that's when it's gonna stop being fun at all.
Hey, what was trending in 20? Oh. Let's just talk about what's fun about this year, maybe. Hey, speaking of which,
yeah, what's fun this year? Should we
what's
do some,
fun this year? I'll tell you what's fun this year. Do you like Baldur's Gate?
I do.
Well, get ready. Because they gave Asterion a gun.
Astarion's got a gun.
They keep giving Asterion guns. He has a gun now.
He doesn't officially have a gun.
Asterion will shoot you.
That would be a modder. It's a mod.
Asterion will fucking shoot you in the face now.
I like how he's like all hunched up with it too. Why is he standing like that? And why is it so big?
He's got a fucking hand cannon. He's got the
huge.
fucking Clint Eastwood dirty, hairy fucking hand cannon revolver.
So initially it was like a joke. Like people were just editing it into photos, and now it's actual mods.
There are a bunch of mods now. They were all made by one dude.
What?
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah, show my screen. They're all made by one dude. We got Asterion with a Barrett M82 sniper rifle. We got Asterion with an RPG-7 rocket launcher. We got Asterion with a Glock 19.
Hey, that's cigars and sunglasses also Baldur's Gate, or is that a different game?
Yeah, that's Baldur's Gate. You could have...
In case you want aviators and cigars.
Yeah, you could have a comically large spoon.
Dude, installing an entire mod just to get specifically aviators and cigars.
Oh fuck, Galen with the sunglasses and the cigar.
Yeah.
And a fucking gun.
I just want
Galen's already the Matt
Gale.
Gale, sorry. I just think of him as a hand in a rock. Gale is already just like the Matt Berry of that game.
Yeah.
He's just fucking Matt Berry. If you give him like the sunglasses and the cigar and a fucking gun.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Give him a gun.
Shadowheart being brooding with aviators on.
Oh my God. Listen. Give Asterion guns.
No more.
Yeah.
He's got it. We're good.
More guns.
That's enough of that.
Give him a katana and a fedora. Asterion studied the blade. Oh shit.
The other other day, Anthony and I went on a little mental health walk in the park, and there was a fedora just sitting at the base of a tree all by itself.
Yeah.
And we're just like, wow. And it was like the very start of the new year. And it was just like somebody really woke up and they said it's 2024.
I
I can move on.
I gotta get better.
And they took off their fedora and they placed it at the base of a tree
They said,
to pass on to the next.
one final milady.
Yeah.
Or,
tree.
or the rapture has started and all the cool guys with fedoras are actually the good ones.
Yeah. They went first.
They truly were the good guys and
Yeah.
the nice guys. Think about it. Think about it. Give Asterion a gun.
Let's talk about some big Final Fantasy XIV news.
Okay.
We have the full trailer for Dawntrail, which has a lot in it. People have broken it down into 100 additional segments, and we're not going to spend that much time on it.
No, especially since I still haven't played Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah. This is a 5-minute full trailer.
Oh, calm down.
So I'm going to skip ahead quite a lot. I'm going to skip around a good bit.
Calm down. That guy looks pretty Final Fantasy. Those butterflies look pretty Final Fantasy.
I was literally going to be like, the butterflies very specifically do.
That sword's definitely Final Fantasy. Hey, is that Monster Hunter? They put Monster Hunter in the Final Fantasy?
Kinda.
Really?
I don't think it's officially Monster Hunter. No, it's just
No, that's a
monster.
Capcom, but
You're
like
just hunting monsters. No. Yeah. I'm telling you, you'd enjoy this game. You just refuse.
yo, what's that?
That's the new chinchilla friend.
Yo, what can you do with a chinchilla?
You can have a pet.
What does it do? What can it do for you?
In your heart and your soul.
Yo, no, what does it do?
Provides soft, fluffy comfort.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
man.
what does it do in the game? Like, what does a chinchilla do?
Yeah, I don't think it's a battle chinchilla.
Well, it's not.
mostly there
well,
for
then,
vibes.
then guess what? Then it's still not as cool as Monster Hunter.
Do they have battle chinchillas?
No, they have battle kittens.
That's true. And that's neat. Don't get me wrong. But like, it's still a good chinchilla. I don't think we need to talk
Can you
shit
give
on
the chinchilla a gun?
With a mod? Yeah, I'm sure you can. At least you will be able to soon. They give everything a gun in mods.
So, as somebody who does not play Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail, what is Dawntrail adding? What are they? What are the big things for you?
So there is a new playable race, which is pretty exciting. And I've been trying to pronounce this all morning.
Go on. Hrothgar?
So that's pretty cool.
Hrothgar.
Yeah. I think honestly the PC Gamer headline puts it really well. Paint wizards and female catfolk.
Oh, all right.
That's pretty neat. I'll show you this like individualized trailer for these things. This one is specifically for the Pictomancer. This is the new job.
Pictomans. Oh,
Splatoon.
drawn to life.
You're like kind of splatooning. You're kind of a
Yeah.
little bit of a Splatoon wizard.
I like the effect on it. That's
I think it's
fun.
really neat. I think it's very like outside of the like what everything else in Final Fantasy looks like, and I appreciate that they're not afraid to do that a lot of the time. Like it's very cartoony.
Yeah,
in a
I
very
love
different
that.
sense. So I think that this looks really, really fun.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
And the, you know,
Disassembled says if Iwariwe was getting thirsty over one of the strong cat girls on Twitter.
Yeah.
You could say if Iwariwe was getting thirsty over
Anything.
blank,
yeah, and it's true,
and it's true.
and it's always true.
And I believe it.
Yeah. So these are your cat girls. These are your.
So apparently there were cat men, but there weren't cat girls.
You could be a cat boy.
You could be a cat boy,
Yeah.
but not a cat lady.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. This doesn't really do it for me. You could be a different kind of like cat girl in the game where you were like, I just have ears, but now you actually can have like a cat.
Yeah,
face.
you could be like a cat. You could be like a cat girl.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you could be like a cat girl.
Yeah. Now you can be a cat.
I'm never like with Tabaxi and stuff like that. I'm never the sort of person who's like, it's cool to be part human, part cat. Like that doesn't appeal to me, that sort of character.
Yeah.
I know it's a very large percentage of the gaming population
Yeah.
does enjoy being a cat person.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that that's there, but
I
it
don't
never
know
really.
tabaxis either.
Yeah, it's not like for me.
No. You do like to play an animal race though in D&D. You love to be a bird.
I like to be a bird.
You love to be a bird.
I love to be a bird.
Yeah.
Birds are fascinating.
I love to be like a centaur.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that. I like to be a little owl.
Yeah, I like to be a bird. I like to be a little guy.
Like a gnome.
Love to be a little guy.
That's not an animal.
No, but if we're just talking about what we like.
Yeah.
In terms of, what else do I like? I like
walks in the park.
Candy.
Yeah.
Ice cream.
Yeah. Local libraries.
Local libraries are big.
Yeah.
Anime. But I also, for animal races is bird.
Love to be a bunny too.
Bird's the one for me.
Yeah, agree with Obi on bunny.
Bunny's good.
Yeah. Vio said, is he a Kenku or an Aarakocra guy?
Buddy, do we have a show for you to listen to?
That just tells me you haven't watched Failed Save yet.
Boy, do we have 100 episodes of something for you to listen to.
He's an Aarakocra guy.
I love to be an Aarakocra.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So anyways, that is Dawntrail.
That is Dawntrail.
It was a pretty big trailer, but for the most part, that's it. That's what's exciting.
Are you getting, obviously you get new quest lines, you get new probably locations, you get all that stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of big questing to a different island. Very cool. Very cool. I want to talk about a former Activision Blizzard employee suing Activision Blizzard.
Again?
Whoa.
Seems weird. I thought they cleaned up that one horse town.
Well,
I thought they kicked out Bobby Kotick and now everything's fine.
Now, here's the thing.
They threw that guy out with the trash and Unky Phil came in there and cleaned house.
Yeah. Have you seen this yet, Anthony? Do you know what this is about?
No.
Okay, I'm very excited because here's the thing. The lawsuit is for unlawful harassment, discrimination, and retaliation.
Sure, as it would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, it is a white man who said that the company discriminated against him on the grounds of age.
All right.
The suit mentions a conference where Bobby Kotick allegedly joked, there are too many old white guys at the company. And then stated that 2 other white colleagues of his left due to ageist remarks. Now, you do keep specifying white when you say it's an age problem. Isn't that weird? Which is why I say this is not the lawsuit you'd expect.
Oh. Huh.
So, Bobby Kotick has said one correct thing in his whole career.
And he's getting sued for it.
He's getting sued by an old white guy for it.
Huh.
He says that when a female colleague complained to HR about her own, One of these departing colleagues then suggested the plaintiff as a replacement, but the suit alleges that a non-white employee was made his manager instead, even though someone else was recommended. Whoa, hard to believe. Who then allegedly criticized his work so harshly that his yearly merit-based salary increase was the lowest it had ever been at the company. The plaintiff then also states that when a female colleague complained to HR about her own increase, that she had not been given a fair bonus, she made defamatory statements about him to both HR and his manager. When the plaintiff filed his own complaint, demanding that said statements should be investigated independently, he says he was ignored and not taken seriously. In August of 2023, he and 6 of his colleagues were laid off.
Can you file a lawsuit against somebody for forcing accountability into your life?
Apparently.
Can you, what is the legal precedent for somebody calling you on your bullshit?
He says, in August of 2023, he was laid off and 6 of his colleagues were laid off.
Whoa.
That were all over the age of 47. 6 people on a team of 200. The plaintiff argues that Activision Blizzard placed profits over people by terminating the older, higher paid employees. It's continually so close to seeing it.
Hey.
And then, no, right past it.
Hey, this person, this plaintiff is a 57-year-old tech executive.
Yep.
He was at an executive level. And had been with the company for years. It was literally like, okay, so first of all, like, let's just put in case I'm sure you all understand the perspective, but just to put some numbers on the perspective, Activision Blizzard laid off hundreds of people last year. Hundreds. In the midst of one of the largest lawsuits in the history of lawsuits.
Video games, and lawsuits in general.
In the history of lawsuits, a lawsuit so bad that they were pushing out of court so much that the state of California had to step in and fucking sue them because nobody else had the power to do it.
Correct.
And this guy in the middle of all this sees all of these headlines, all of these things going down, and literally goes, but they also laid off me.
And it probably was discrimination.
They discriminated against me. Why? Because I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
What did they discriminate against you for? For being too cool? For being too chill like that? Are you sure? Well, he looks chill.
And all of this is just based on a joke in a meeting where Bobby Kotick said there were too many old white guys at the company. The only correct thing Bobby Kotick has literally ever said.
Let me tell you something. Bobby Kotick probably said that same statement about all kinds of ages, genders, nationalities, backgrounds. Yes. And this was probably the only time he said it,
and it was
about
correct.
Old white guys. And they finally heard it about them and they went,
Now, again, he says,
I'm almost 60 and somebody was finally mean to me.
Somebody hurt my feelings. I made it 57 years without someone hurting my feelings.
By the way, anger's not a feeling.
Yeah.
Anger's business.
The reasons he's citing are that when one of his colleagues departed, he was suggested as a replacement for his position, but a non-white employee was put in the position instead. And that he didn't get as high of a merit-based bonus after that person took over.
Hey, man. Now, out of all the things that person that was put in the position that you wanted got, out of all the things about them that you noticed.
Yeah.
Now, at a time when the entire world is saying you've got a massive culture problem, you've been treating people horribly.
Yeah.
Are you sure this is what you want to say, bud? Are you sure that's the one thing you want to say about the person who was hired over you?
And here's the thing,
Are you sure?
If you're making a lawsuit on the basis of age discrimination, hey, why do you keep bringing up race? What is it about a non-white employee being put in the position over you that bothers you? Because it doesn't seem that it's the age.
Yeah, seems superfluous to the complaint that you're making.
It seems like this person is being an out loud white supremacist and doesn't think anyone will notice.
It's weird. It's weird.
Absolutely fucking unhinged. This is one of the most like untethered lawsuits I've ever read of.
Do you know that there's the woman on TikTok, Reb, I think it's Reb for the win or something like that, or Reb for the something, but she's a lawyer. She's a lawyer that like reads court transcripts.
Yeah.
Like insane court transcripts, bonkers bananas ones.
Yeah.
I really want her to I want the transcript from this.
I want this.
I want when this goes to court, I want the docs.
Now, Britt JK points out something that
Reb for the
I
rebrand.
noticed.
Reb Maisel, thank you.
Yeah. Which is, how old was the person who got the job? Because they're not mentioning the person who got put in the management position over him's age.
No.
Which likely means that person is not younger than him.
Or if they are younger than him, it's the sort of thing where it's like, what are they, 45?
Yeah.
It's an executive position at Activision.
Yeah.
What are they? 45, 47, 10 years younger than you?
Not enough that it was the problem they were willing to mention.
No.
They were instead willing to mention that the person wasn't white.
What if, Saige, what if it was a teenager who skated in on a penny board,
Whoa.
blowing bubbles with gum?
Yeah.
What if it was the little kid from Blank Check?
Yeah.
What if it was Sam and/or Cat? Or an iCarly?
Well, no, he did specify they're not white.
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of a non-white character from those shows.
Yeah. Correct.
So,
Yeah.
but what if it was a cool teen youth who's pretending to be an adult
Whoa.
and he's the only one that notices? What if it's 3 teens
In a trench coat.
coat
They
that come
would
in and
stand
were-
so tall.
that came in and were just like, we're gonna make a video game.
Gabe.
We're gonna make a video game. It's time. Don't worry, we're very good at executing.
Here's the thing. They'd probably do better than Activision Blizzard currently is.
Probably.
Can't do much worse. All right, next. What's up?
How about a little cure for the ageism?
Let's do
How
it.
about a little cure for the ageism that ails you?
What up?
Yeah. What if I told you 13-year-old kid beat Tetris? What if I told you could beat Tetris?
I wouldn't believe you.
What if I told you, no, you can win Tetris?
You can't win Tetris.
A 13-year-old kid is the first person in 37 years of this game's existence to get a Tetris kill screen. You have to do it in a very specific way. You have to fill the memory buffer in Tetris in a specific way so it crashes the game, like a Donkey Kong kill screen.
Crashes it.
Yeah, that's the way you know you won Tetris, is when you've done so well, the game can no longer do lines.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, let me show your screen.
So here he is trying to do it.
Look at him freaking out.
He crashed out Tetris, baby.
Yeah, look at the score. Look at the score up there.
Lines, F11. It went into hex.
Hell
it went
yeah,
into
it did.
hexadecimal.
Score 9999999.
Crashed it, baby.
That's wild. A
37
13-year-old kid.
37 years. No one's ever done it. Kid got to meet Alexei Pajitnov.
Aww.
Kid got to meet the creator of Tetris and hang out. He was the first person that ever beat Alexei Pajitnov's game.
That's adorable.
And Alexei Pajitnov knows Taron Egerton. That's what the movie's about.
All right.
I didn't watch it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't watch the Tetris movie.
I don't even know what you're saying, man.
They made a movie based on Tetris.
Oh, okay.
It was on Apple TV. No one saw it.
Okay. Sure.
Sure, why wouldn't they?
Okay. Neat.
But this happened. This happened over the weekend. Willis Gibson is the one that did it. He said at the end, we don't play audio on our videos when we don't have somebody in the chair
No, too
because
risky.
that's too risky.
Too risky.
But he's like screaming and just freaking out. And he goes, I can't feel my fingers. I can't feel my fingers. The way he was doing it, you know I'm obsessed with speed runs and things like
I
this.
do.
The way he was doing it, you have to get to a certain level and then stop getting multi-lines.
Oh.
You have to get like a few single lines to fill the memory buffer or it won't crash. It'll loop you again.
Fascinating.
And so you have to get to a certain point and get single lines. And he forgot. He was like so worried about keeping up because he knew he was close that he forgot and he missed it. And he had to loop around again.
Oh my God.
And he did it.
That's wild. That's commitment level. Damn.
13. Moose Beezy says he was negative 24 years old when the game was released. That's true.
Just a baby.
Just a baby. Just a baby.
Just a baby now, not just a baby at negative 24 years old. That's not a baby yet.
No, listen, legally, we've got to push for negative 24 years old to be considered a baby.
Not a baby.
We got to listen. We got to protect the kids.
We got to protect the theoretical children.
That's actually a new law in Arizona, I heard.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he got to meet Alexei Pajitnov. He's been working the official level. It's represented as F11 because it's in hex.
Yeah.
But it's level 157. Now the top level, if you remember in NES Tetris, the one before it shows you like, you did it, is level 9. Level 9 is the fastest level of Tetris before it loops you to the impossible stuff.
Yeah.
And he's on level 157.
Unbelievable.
He's been doing Tetris competitively for 3 years, so since he was 10. He said he started his journey when he came across YouTube videos of the game, became obsessed, and started collecting all the old equipment you need to play it.
Sweet boy. Sweet little guy.
He was like, he came across Tetris on YouTube and went, what is that? I need a Nintendo Entertainment System. He said, Mother, I need the caveman Switch. Get me the Switch, but old is what he said. Don't do that.
No, it's dusting off the actual NES.
I was like, don't do it in the cartridge.
We're not blowing in the cartridge.
No, we would never blow.
Not this big.
No, we would never blow in the cartridge. We would never blow in the NES. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that.
Now the N64 cartridges.
No, those you can blow on. Those you actually, they say scientifically, they say you have to lick them to make them work.
Yeah, I honestly did a lot of that.
Do you know how Gwyneth Paltrow makes an N64 cartridge work?
Seems it. All right, that's all the show for today, probably.
Probably.
That's probably it. I don't know, man. That's probably all there is right now.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, everyone, thank you very much for joining us for the show. We're back, babies.
We're back, baby.
We're going to be running the tech all by our lonely selves this week for some of it.
Woo!
And then I think we'll have like maybe another day with Josh or two. And then Alex comes back.
Woo! Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Now you're on the roller hill. Now you're on the roller coaster,
Woo!
on the eyesight camera, on a MacBook and photo booth.
Woo!
I'm trying to get to the same side and I'm trying to do it in the monitor and I can't do it. There we go.
Woo! Whoa! Whoa! Everybody shut up.
All right. We're going to thank everybody who supported us during the show today. There's a lot of ways that you can do so. You can join the Discord. That's completely free. You can check us out on Patreon. We're going to bonus clip today because we were offline last week. So you get one today and one on Friday. You get two this week.
What?
Isn't that
That's
exciting?
values.
Yeah, check it out. $5 a month. You can get bonus clips from It's Too Early every week. There are shows. And you can get a free trial and you can get a discount if you subscribe for a year. It's a great way to support our little independent channel and keep us going. And we appreciate it so very much. Anthony, where else can they support you other than watching this show?
You can find me everywhere on the internet at A Carboni, except for on Twitch, where I'm at Anthony Carboni. Twitch, you cowards, it's mine. Give it back to me. Today is the first stream back of the year, BBs. We're doing it. And I've got a fucking wild game. When I tell you about this game, you're going to lose your mind.
How exciting.
It's a very exciting game. Saige, where can people find you?
You can find me everywhere on the internet at Not Saige. I stream on my channel Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday.